All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, the Mashiach, or Hamashiach, who some call Yahawashai, Yeshua, Yashayah, Yahusha. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. I was watching Salute to the War Sheep podcast. Brother Barack, definitely bringing out some stand on Joker's head. And salute to Pastor Rufus, also, who's just on there. And I was kind of in and out of that podcast, and y'all go over there to War Sheep podcast and watch the whole thing. But it seems like Pastor Dowell, salute to Pastor Dowell, that he's trying to take this thing to trial. I'm like, wait a minute. I know you're not trying to take this to trial. Let me get back on this. I know you're not trying to take this thing to trial. I'm looking like, are you serious? Do you really want to be in front of these folks? Do you really want to be talking about your lifestyle or the biblical lifestyle in the court of law? Do you want to really be doing that? Hold on, let me slide over, get a little more center on this camera. Do you really want to be doing that? And maybe this was just a scare tactic. I know, with the allegations that were going on with Pastor TD Jakes, he sent out the lawsuit for defamation, and he had some, he got a team. And it seems like it might have quieted the other brother, where he not really too sure of himself. Haven't really heard much since that. The brother who made the allegations, and it kind of shut the brother up. And maybe he gleaned from that situation and was saying, like, maybe I could shut Pastor Rufus up. But no. It seems like he's excited about bringing all this information out. And I know you're a smart man, Pastor Dowell. You can't go in there talking about what's going on over there straight way. You can't be in a court of law wait a minute. That darn Pastor Rufus said, "Hey Drake, I hear you like 'em young." And man, and we were saying it. I'm sure everybody was saying it. Everybody seen it. See, it looks normal to you. When you're engulfed in it looks normal to you. But soon as I seen it, I said, "Lo or la ah." Yeah. And I didn't need, you never speak on it, but I was talking with bro. I'm like, bro, look at this. Brothers is tripping. Sisters are tripping. Nobody saying nothing. And has something like, and I'm gonna be honest, if something like that gets out, man, it was a brother who did something like that. I'm gonna tell you the story of this brother. It's a brother in Israel who was dealing with a sister, and he said he knew the parents and all of this, and he was an older brother, maybe close to his 60s, if very similar to your, and he was dealing with a sister, a young sister that she was underage, of course, but he was waiting till she turned 18. Even one of the leaders was like, I know you know she finna turn 18, you just gotta hold it, I know you almost there. And once Israel found out about this, Israel went crazy. And if stuff like this is coming out in the courts, it's gonna be hard for you to get that off you. And I feel like it done went too far already, to be honest. And you know, you just gotta lick, man. You can't get your lick back, even though you threw the right hook. You know, you threw the right hook, and that's it, man. You threw your best punch, got him up out of there. You kind of gotta let it go. I don't know why you still trying to jab and throw other combinations, because it's just gonna fuel something else that's gonna be on you, and then you're gonna get yourself in trouble, in my opinion. Just me looking at the scope of this stuff. But I'm telling you, it looks different. If you walk anywhere in the world, you walk anywhere outside of Straightway, and people are looking at you, or people saying, is that your daughter? You know, you don't want to be in front of no judge, in front of no jury, telling this story, man. You don't want to do that, huh? If they ever told you that about your reels, man, you don't want to be doing that, man. All right, you don't want to be doing that. And I'm not saying it that way. I'm just saying it's certain things that I've seen that made me say, ooh, and not just a couple of times. I've said, ooh, that don't look. And again, who cares what it looked like from the outside? You know, that could be your train of thought, but now you've extended your judgment to the world. All right, you extended your judgment to my realm, you know, outside of that community life. And I'm telling you, as an Israelite, and I know what's going on, it's still just and you deal with somebody who don't even know what's going on, and they just looking at the situation, man. You look at this darn pastor, just man, they just got this pastor. And shout out to brother Alton Johnson, man. He just dropped that video. He did a video on this Christian pastor. The pastor messed with this young sister, this underage sister. She was 12, 13, whatever, and then he paid her millions of dollars. Took care of her whole life, 40 years. Once he cut the money off, she went to the police. And this man is being charged. And then too, this is another thing too, the church sat him down. Right? When the allegations came up, it says, according to Alton, he was saying that the church had sat him down for like 6 months, and then 2 years later he was teaching. How long do we sit him down? And that's what I'm saying. We need certain legislation, certain halakha. We need some fence laws, so these things can just be already understood. But this stuff came back. And I guess it was no statute of limitations, or whatever the case may be. Of course, the family has to be in on it also. I think the family, I think the father was a pastor also at the church. But man, they just gave that white man. I think they just gave that white man, or they saying they finna get his white man basically life. Or he's facing charges of basically life. You really trying to go in that courtroom and play them tapes and do all that, man? So I'm thinking that this is a bluff. I'm calling bluff on this thing. Just trying to do a scare tactic, but don't even worry. You just gotta ignore it. You gotta mortify your flesh. Your flesh making you respond to it. Or it could be your spirit. Could be a condemning spirit that you're trying to fight off. But you see, TD Jakes don't go do that all that back and forth about these folks, man. He ain't studying, man. He went right back to business. Got his lawyer set up, went right back to business. But you in a different situation. Different situation. Much different. A different community, and a lot of the lifestyle is out. It's going like it's a lot of stuff is illegal. A lot of stuff is illegal, brother. I know you know that. And you don't want them looking like, yeah, man. Hey, what they say? Ceasefire. Ceasefire on that, man. But yeah, because Pastor Roof is ready, man. He's ecstatic. Just cease fire on that thing, God. And just stop letting this stuff bleed out. It's like, you letting this stuff bleed out. And I don't know what's going on, but you just gotta get things in order, man. And again, I'm nobody. I don't expect you to listen to anything I'm saying, but I just gotta say it just for Israel's sake, because it ain't just gonna affect you. That information gets out, it affects all community living. Especially dealing with Israelites, and there are more communities outside of you. There are older communities outside of Straightway. It's another community in Georgia that has been doing that. So that's a community. They got so much food that they sell it. That you can get your lamb from them. You can get all your groceries from them. That's what they do for a living. And they selling their product to the darn farmers markets. But a lot of those folks is Old Testament only. But it'll put a damper on all of Israelite community livings, situations, and just Israelites as a whole. All right, it affects everybody. Even though you never met Brother Phineas, it's gonna affect me when that comes out. Everybody who knows what an Israelite is and knows that I identify as one, they're gonna be asking me about what is this Straightway and Pastor, what are they over there doing? And I know, why should you care and whatnot, but and it also damages the name of the Most High. That we also staining his name, blaspheming his name among the Gentiles. Sit in court. Right? Come on, man. Come on now. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think he just bluffing? You think he's just trying to get a gag order? And that's the thing, man. When your paperwork ain't together, you can't run to the law. That's the thing about it. If you want to separate and get out of Babylon, and you've been living that way, trying to separate yourself from Babylon, you can't call Babylon. because they want things documented. They want the kids documented. They want the land documented. They want the finances documented. They want everybody on the property documented. Especially the way, your favorite man operating, but he kicking people about. He undocumented people, but he got a short fuse for those undocumented and not on paperwork. They're gonna look at the videos. Anyway. What do y'all think, man? Y'all hit the comments. Let me know, man. Am I even getting this right? You trying to go to court? Have I missed something? Am I missing something? That he's trying to take this thing to court? What are you trying to get? Defamation? A defamation case? Who are you talking to? And the people that you're getting legal advice from, do they know what you got going on? Do they watch your videos? Do they know your content? Do they understand the community life that you live? Yeah, man. Let me know if I'm getting that right. Pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. Shalom.